Hello guys, TheWolf here and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Today I'm going to be flying from East Midlands to Bristol, a nice short hop. I'm hoping to get out the middle anyway because it's just boring and nothing happens and I can't talk over nothing for that long. So I've got my little cheat sheet and we're going to set everything up as necessary. So we're going to start off with autopilot and cruise altitude is going to be 10,000 feet. So let's scroll that up, 10,000, oh, a bit too far. No, minus, thank you. There we go, 2 more. Cruise speed up until 2,000 feet. That's not been reset since my last flight, so I'll do that now. Right, so I'll probably do it. Speed is going to be 250 knots up until that cruise altitude. Because below 10,000 feet, you can't go above 250. After 10,000, we're going to go up to 300 knots. Just to get there a little quicker. Because I don't like waiting. And now we're set up for takeoff. Just press that 3 times to set it to 5 degrees. Yep. I'm going to turn on the no smoking and seatbelt sign lights. I'm going to turn on the taxi light, the landing lights and the taxi lights. And all of them haven't been reset since my last flight, so I don't need to do them. Don't know why. And now we need to set it up for landing. So I have my cheat sheet. The course of the runway. This is the direction the runway is. It is 270 degrees, 270 exactly, and time to set up the ILS frequency, which is this bit, which is 110 minus decimal 15. I'll give it a little flip, and this is 11, and put this on 110.15, you know, just in case, and make sure they're both on. They are, once again, not reset since my last flight. And that is that. So now I have my cheat sheet for landing, etc, etc. I should be good to go, but this time I'm going to not forget to flick that to GPS. Everything now looks happy. I'm going to arm auto throttle, and I think I am ready to go. So I'm going to open up my GPS check. That is correct. It is, by the looks of it. I'm going to pop that up so I can see what I'm doing, and this so I can make it a little bit more realistic. So so for takeoff, I have to glide this to 60, and once it stabilises at 60, I can put it full speed and release my parking brakes. So here we go. There we go. So 60. Slightly overshot it. I'm happy that's close enough to 60. To full. Parking brake off. Here we go. So we are off. So my cheat sheet says we can rotate and pull back to take off at 120 knots. So I'm going to do this blind because I like a bit of a wager. So 80 knots, 100 knots, 110 and 120, pull back. And sure enough, pull back a little harder. We are off, as I can tell, because that's going up. My altitude meter. I'm now going to look up what the gear in is. Do autopilot, altitude hold and 4 lock, and speed, which doesn't seem to. I've turned that off by accident because it didn't reset for my last flight. So you can pop up to 2,000 supposedly. Yeah, autopilot is now in charge of the engines, I believe. It does seem to be. You up to 2,000 flaps all the way up and pop you to 2. Oh, you are on 2,600. Another thing I'm doing resets. Don't know what FSX is killing me right now. So yeah, autopilot's doing that for me. Flaps are up. Spoilers are up. We're ready. We are into the air. So now I'm going to wait till we reach that cruise altitude of 10,000 feet, and then I'm going to drop off and cut the brake and cut you straight back in when we're ready for landing. But what I'm going to do first is flick them off because, well, in procedure you should want get less. So let's have a look around. Is there anything I've forgotten? If there's something I've forgotten, shout really loud at me. Blame me, accuse me. Everything looks fine. I think I have put that on GPS, yes I have. That's weird feeling. But no, I haven't. This is my second attempt at recording this because last time, partway through, EGNX died, so I tried reinstalling flaps, and for the second half I was like, forgot to tell it to record through my microphone. So it was silent and absolutely pointless. So, to be fair, between you and me, it wasn't that good of a landing anyway. I may have forgotten to turn off autopilot at the very end. Yeah. I feel I have to talk up because I know that it's quite loud, the plane. I listened to it as a test and it is quite loud. I forgot to turn it down between videos, so shout at me for that as well. We're at 6,200 feet, 300 feet now. Seem to be able to keep altitude pretty easily, so I'm going to knock up to 3,600 feet. I'm going to have a look at the outside. Yeah, everything looks fine. Personal aircraft made by myself, as you can tell. Roughly stuck together, text and an image stole from the images and it's there. Okay, review. And back here, let's check the speed. Right, we'll get to the speed. Pop that down to 3,000. We don't really overdo it, then there's a storm. Make sure we can actually reach the speeds we're trying to. Okay, so we're passing 8,500, and at 9,500 I'll tell it to go to 300 knots because it will never get there. Again, make sure my altimeter is set correctly, make sure that's correct, so it's not off. Almost 9,500 and 400 and 500 and 300 knots, and even if I am going too fast now, I couldn't care less. It's pretty close. And there we go, I'm going to start putting the nose down at 10,000 feet. We're at cruise altitude, so let's go off. And I've accidentally pressed space, and I hope that doesn't... Oh, that just resets my view. Oh, what is it? I didn't know you could do this. Hold space on that. That's something I did not know. So all this time before I had a joystick, I could have looked around like that. I was used to looking around with the numpad keys. And then 5 stopped working. 5's meant to do that, but for a while it just started me looking over here and it's like, that's not useful. I had to time enter to look that way, but it works now. So, we're at cruise altitude, we're almost at cruise speed, so I'll leave it there and I'll be back here. I'll cut to when something actually useful and meaningful is happening. So I'll see you when we're ready to land. Okay, welcome back. So we are almost at a turn at which point I want to start descending. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down to that accepted limit by descending by decelerating to 240 knots. I like to go a bit beyond so that we'll go 230 actually, to the closest to that, if we can actually hit the switch. Or because if we're a bit lower than we have to be, then if when we're descending we pick up speed, or we'll be well on that, but we not enough flaps, because that is what I want to happen. 5 degrees. Turn on the landing lights. Actually, no, we won't. We'll do them in just a minute. I'm going to wait till we get to 230 knots, and I'm going to start descending at about 5 nautical miles. That, but we've got a proper speed, proper distance here, and it's 5.5 nautical miles. Now, 4, 5.3, 5.2, 5.1, 5. Right, so now drop this down to 3,000 feet, which is 2,500 actually, sorry, which is where we're going to be until we are on our on the ILS and landing. So if it's about here that we want to go to the ILS, we'll pick it up about here. However, if we do it here, it will try and land us at an airport. EGET is its code. I don't know what airport it is, but it's the wrong airport. We want to be landing at EGGD. So we don't want to land at the wrong airport, so we're going to wait until a little bit later to turn on the ILS. So we'll wait till then. Okay, so we've started our right turn now. There, there's to the left. Well, that's not the one. Our one is over there somewhere. Long way over there. Probably more like over there actually. So hit enter. Zoom out. Oh, pulling out. Already out. On me. So hopefully everything should go well. Check the ILS is set up properly. Check they are active. both on. I checked them both separately. One will do this more 5, where's my cheat sheet? Cheat sheet says 115, right, course 270, yes, that is correct. So, we're going to start approaching, getting ready now, and hopefully everything shall go well. Hopefully I'll remember to turn off autopilot, and everything shall be just fine. So, coming down to 7,500 feet now, so not much further to go, not quite on what I've set it to descend at. I've told it to descend at minus 1,800, but minus 1,500 will do for me. Let's have a look. Check speed set to 30. Yep. So that is fine. I'll drop that to 220 now. As we've started descending, I'll pop on the landing lights and the taxi lights, and I will turn on the seatbelt sign. Look, seatbelt lights. You know what I mean. So 600 feet. I'm expecting her beep in the background very shortly. It's pretty hard to miss. I'm sure you'll hear it as well. It does get on your nerves after a while, but thankfully we don't have it for too long. The thing I like about Flight Simulator X is you can't really tell if it's got a low frame rate. At the minute it's got a frame rate for me of 10. That's quite slow, and on Minecraft you can tell it just goes everywhere. But this doesn't, not that bad, it's quite smooth. Like, yeah, you can see even I can see that. This is not that bad, it's a better game for that. Close my sat-nav a minute. Actually no, I'm going to keep my sat-nav open. No, I'll keep them both open. Just to be prepared. Yeah, everything's going fine. That's my targeted speed, that little marker. There you go, that's the ILS to the wrong airport, that airport there. So we're going to wait until we get to about CL27, I don't know what it is. I think it's meant to be an I. At that point, or bit onto that green triangle, bit onto there, that's when I'll turn it on to the approach hole. And it was like, oh yeah, so that's the speed marker, what speed I've set it to, and that's the altitude marker, what altitude I set it to. That's not quite on the screen just yet. Yes, auto brakes aren't. Unfortunately, auto brakes don't work here. Open this pop-up menu. Sat nav. Excuse me. And open that now. So I've just something went dark over there on max. No, max 3. So I think there's that point. Just that effect. No. Must have left on max on last flight. Matrix is like now. Right. So I'm approaching 2,500 feet, well 3,500 feet from top. I'm about to do another turn to the right any minute now. Singing along to the beat of that, whatever it is, frequency radio thing. So there you go, it's the right turn. We're now doing the leg between D217H and CI27. No idea what any of those numbers mean, but they're useful because the plane can fly itself, which is something I don't want to do. And land itself, which is even worse. What do these switches do? They're not animated and they're a lot darker than everything else. Let me just check the panel lights on, and it's not just glitched. Turn it off and back on again. Fix everything. Nope, they're just dark switches. Then turn them out. Here we are. Grab my GPS back. Now hearing it beep away. But CI27, hopefully what will happen when I flick that to nav is this light will light up and it will say bim, it says below G/S. G/S stands for gyroscope. It's like a diagonal line going upwards from the runway, and the plane has to like keep on that line to know it's going to land on the runway. Fine. And then so once I have, sorry, that won't happen when I flick nav. I'll flick nav. It will start to line up. Then I'll press APP. Then it will happen. Then when we're on that gyroscope, because we will be below it to start with, but when we meet up with it, that will click off, and what the plane is doing is descending along the gyroscope in just before the landing bit, and the plane just go nope, and just fly off again. And that's what happened last time. It led me to not land on the runway and everything. Right. I happen to know the runway, find that building, is just over there somewhere. It just suddenly pops in. Very, very suddenly. So make sure I can see it. Hopefully it will just pop in. It's about there. Try and zoom in on that area. So it's to the left of that house. There it is. I finally see it. It's not a house. It's the airport. There it is. It's the lights. I'm too far away, so the lights haven't spawned yet. But that is the runway that we're going for. Hit enter. Now what I'm going to do is see if I can flick it onto nav now. I'll do that. If this sods off miles right to the edge, we know it's not right. If it goes a bit to the edge, everything's fine. That seems to be fine. I'll see how quickly it does a left turn. We're going to that there. Oh, I've accidentally closed it, not a good idea. I'm going to keep an eye on it. And it's coming up, so it should do a left turn soon as well. Put us back in line with it. Hit approach hold. Now holding it, so you want to note that the altitude hold is still on, but so is below G-stroke S. Below G-stroke S. Enter. As we're about to land, I'm going to drop the speed to 190 knots if I can. That's just the speed I like on landing. Put the flaps down to 15. This is 2 more breaths. Put the gear down. Plug that down while the window is stick will change. This is now lining up. You can see there's the lights have just appeared. They've just taken off on the runway. And hopefully everything will be fine. I'm going to zoom in and use that for a minute. As soon as I'm confident that that's all lined up and stuff, I'm going to close it. Because now that's a bit pointless. Now the plane's doing it itself. The plane's doing it itself. I know what it's doing. Before I was waiting for a certain point, now I'm just waiting until I'm just above the runway and that's really self-explanatory. Use my eyes for that. So check I am on nav. Yes I am. Check I'm at appropriate speed. Yes I am. Appropriate altitude. Check. We're lined up with the runway now. I am happy that we are. It looks like I am. So we're going to close there. I'm also going to close that because I don't need that anymore. I can see it there if necessary. Flaps can therefore go down to 25. They'll go down to 30 just before landing. Ideally when altitude hold clicks off. So I'm going to keep my eye on that switch. Keep your eyes on that switch because that's the next thing that's going to happen. That's going to go off. So keep my eye on it. Oh, keep your eye on it. It's there now. Shoot. Go down a bit. There it is. It's going to go off. Yep, there we go. Light's gone off. That below light is now gone off as we're now on or above the glide scope. And what tends to happen is the plane tends to go below the glide scope and then pull up. But it seems to have done everything correctly. So now I'm going to put that onto my final flaps, which is going to be 30 degrees, which is my chosen for landing. I'm going to drop speed to 170 knots. 170 knots. On we go. Reset my view. Really all I'm going to do next, I'm going to flick that off and then and that's fine. Auto brakes are set. I've got my spoiler key ready. Ready. Speed is appropriate. Now I take control of speed. I can do this myself. Keep my eye on this because that tells me what percentage my engines are at. 190, so we're going a bit faster. I'm going to drop them back down. And we're getting a bit closer now. So I'm going to sit myself comfy, put on my imaginary seatbelt, and have one. It's imaginary, as I said. Right, and now I'm going to flick off approach, and now, if I don't put the ball again, it should just glide onto the runway. However, that tends not to happen. So ideally, I'm going to put the nose down a bit, and drop a little bit quicker, and pull up back in. More for a slightly softer landing. What we do is pull up slightly, increase the engine slightly so that we stall that far off that angle, 60, and I can fly at 120 with what I've got in the plane. Increase my speed, pull up. Here we are, right, so now I'm not going to climb, I'm going to continue descending. Hopefully have a nice soft landing. 600, we want to keep it below 600 there. It was 500, I mean that's a little bit painful. That's for you people, if you do want to go back, there it said 600. Press F2, and that should be auto reverse us now. There it is, finally activated. A bit more holding than I expected. Let's have a look here. Speed stop. Reverse should engage, but it hasn't. It's possible to take it down. All I've done is, if you look, if I hold F2, should, there you go. Now that's reverse stuff. Keep the parking brake on, otherwise start going backwards, but I'm not going to because this is flight simulator 8, it won't do that. If I just flick the lock, also reverse throttle goes off. So now that's done, I can disarm the spoilers, and we're just going to pretend we're at the gates now, and we're going to shut down here. So what we're going to do is flap all the way up, and we're going to watch that happen. We're going to cut off fuel flow to the engines because this is quicker. Both engines are now off. Flick them off to shut them up, and I'm just going to turn off all the lights because that's all I can be bothered to do. Hopefully this might reset the plane. Yes, I know my engine's not started. Shift 5, and we're going to turn them off because control panel, it's somewhere at the back. It's that panel lights doesn't work, so I have to do it here. Off. Let's turn you off and turn that off, and hopefully, in theory, the power should have gone off. Yep, there you go. So now, if I turn the panel lights on, it come on, even though it shouldn't do, because it should be black. Yeah, in theory, out of power, so shouldn't happen. Let's find generator, turn all the generators off, flick everything off, and then if it doesn't start properly for the next flight, that doesn't matter, because I can go through it myself. Take that off. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday. If you want, you can leave a comment, tell me where you want me to go to and where you want me to go to that there from. So just give me a flight, I'll do it. Ideally less than an hour and a half because I'm not going to put forever into it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.